Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live. Today is Tuesday, March 2nd, 2021. We're in the final hour of the trading day, which is my favorite time to make my buying and selling decisions for my swing trades. I say this during the day. You have the algorithms and you have the day traders. They are in control of the price. At the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in. They are dealing with the most money, very smart people, best information, best technology, and they start making their end of day decisions. Therefore, I prefer, and I think it's a good idea, in my opinion, to follow what the large financial institutions are doing at the end of the day in regards to your buying and selling decisions for your own swing trades. So thank you all for coming today. It's really nice to see everyone. I appreciate you spending the time here. I hope you're having a good day. Currently, the Dow is up 33 points, up 0.11%. The NASDAQ is down 114 points, down 0.84%. And the S&P is down 4 points, down 0.12%. So it's been kind of a wild day. It's been kind of a wild couple weeks. So we'll see if we can get in here and take a look at things and navigate and make some good decisions. I'll see if I can make some good decisions for my trades today. Here is the plan for today. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back. We're going to take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I'm going to manage them going forward. I did have some good day trades today. I will share those with you as well. Then we're going to go over, we're going to take a look at the board where my students, past and present, put up their current trades. We're going to track those and see how those are doing. After that, we're going to talk a little bit about trader psychology. Most important skill that you can develop in trading is being able to manage your emotions. Easier said than done for sure, but the key with having a plan is following the plan. If you can't follow the plan, there's no use in having the plan. So I do like to touch on trader psychology every day. Hopefully I'll mention something one day in a particular way that will resonate with you and you'll have that aha moment. All right, after that, I have gone down through my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal's scanner. I have 3 requirements whenever I'm looking to enter a new trade. First requirement, I want to have a confluence or a combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Second, I need to have a good risk to reward ratio. It's very important. You can have a great setup, you can have a great confluence of setups, but if the risk to reward is extended or chasey, as Kamal and I like to say, I'll just give it a pass. I want to make sure I start off the trade right with a good risk to reward ratio. And then lastly, please take a few minutes every day. Ask yourself, do I really need this trade? Is it a trade that I really need? Do I already have correlated positions? Am I accounting for volatility? What is my account heat? In other words, how much my total capital do I have at risk? Remember, our job as traders is first of all to manage risk. It's not to make money. It is to manage risk. And if we can manage that risk, the money will take care of itself. But if you focus on profits only and disregard the risk, ironically, you will not make profits. That's how it goes. Focus on the risk and the profits will be a byproduct of that. So I'm going to use those 3 requirements. I've gone down through my watch list and Kamal's results of his scanner. I have found several potential end of day candidates that I'll go through, and as we get closer to the close, I'll go through them more carefully with a fine-tooth comb. And if I can find something that really makes sense, it's a clean trade, makes sense in all 3 requirements that I have, I will go ahead and purchase it before the close. After the market closes, if you have any questions for me, please just let me know. I'm happy to answer them. If you have any stock symbols that you would like me to look at, please let me know. Put them in the chat. I've moved the format of the show around to allow more time for questions. So if you have any questions at all, just let me know and I'll do my very best to answer them. And lastly, any of my students or past students that have any of their positions up on the board, if you have any new entries or exits for me today, if you could please wait till the end of the day after the market's closed. That way I'll have time to get to them and the pressure will be off. All right, so I'm going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer and I'll be back in about 40 seconds. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see who is here today. Johan is here. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a good evening in Hong Kong. Kamal is here. Hey, buddy. Good to see you as well. Thank you, as always, for the results of your scanner and all your contributions to this channel. Hope you're having a good day. Dan is here. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. David is here. Hello, David. Nice to see you. Hope you and the family are doing well. Stephen Burns is here. Thank you, Steve, for coming. Always an honor and a privilege to have you here. You know I mean that, and I'm sure everyone else in the chat does as well. And Steve says hello to everyone. Quad is here. Good afternoon, Greg and group. Good afternoon, Mr. Quad. Hope you're doing well. Lova is here. Hi, everybody. I'm late. Well, better late than never, Lova. Good to see you. Morgs is here. Nice to see you, Morgs. Hope you're having a good evening in South Africa. Bob M is here. Hello, everyone. Good to see you. Mork says INDA 520 crossover. Oh, these are the India shares. Yeah. Have you back tested that, Morgs? Do you know that that back tests well? I mean, it is a 520 crossover. We'll have to see if we can get some time to back test that. PayPal. Does not look like a crossover yet on PayPal. Other than that, I don't see any real trigger other than a V1 to the downside. We went higher than yesterday's bar, and we are below yesterday's close. So theoretically, that's a bit of a bearish sign. Paxton is here. Good to see you, Packy. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Looking forward to our lesson tomorrow night. Mamal is here. Hello. Nice to see you. Hope you are having a good day. Tim is in the house. What's going on, bud? Tim says, hello, everyone. Greg, thanks again for all your help. I greatly appreciate your mentorship. You are certainly welcome, buddy. I'm glad to do it, and it was good chatting with you last night. Frank says, hello, Greg and group. A fantastic podcast with a great group. Oh, that's kind of you, Frank. Thank you very much. Rasim, hello from Germany. Guten Tag, Rasim. Thank you for coming all the way from Germany. And if there's anything I can help you with, you please let me know, okay? Johnson is here. Hello, Greg and all. Hello, Johnson. Nice to see you, bud. Glenn says, hi, Greg. Hello, Glenn. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Lova says, Steve, I've started a trading journal since reading Rich Trader, New Trader. Today, I stopped myself from doing something stupid because I did not want to write it down that I had done it. Wow. Wow. Well, that gets kind of deep, doesn't it? I stopped myself from doing something stupid because I didn't want to write down that I had done it. Well, congratulations. I mean, there you go. I mean, if that makes a case for using a trading journal, even a shame-based, something shame-based, whatever works, man, whatever works. Really good. That's a very interesting comment, Lova. Thank you. Jonathan says, hello. Hi, guys from Northern Ireland. Hey, Jonathan, good to see you, sir, from Ireland. Hey, we're having an international group today. That's fantastic. If there's anything I can help you with, John, you let me know, okay? Hey, John, good to see you, my friend. Always good to see you. John says, hello, HYS. I think I have that on my list today. HYS, it's Hershey's, right? It's okay. It's okay. We did come back into the value zone. We moved sideways, but unfortunately, then we had another move down and then another move down. So, It's a V1, which is great. It has rejected the -1 ATR channel, which is good. I just don't like that we didn't have any sideways motion. We had it here, then we came down, then we came down. So this looks more like a bounce in a downtrend. I like that it's in the value zone, I do, but let's look at the weekly. Weekly has a V1 and a false breakout to the downside. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, when I looked at the weekly, I liked it better. But, you know, if I were to buy this today at the close, I would use halfway of the washout bar right here as my stop. That's how I would play it. Not saying you have to play it that way, but just to give you my feedback on how I would play that. But, I mean, this could be decent. It could be. I do like that the weekly has the false breakout to the downside and also a V1. See, that's a combination of signals. You have a V1 on the weekly and you have a V1 on the daily. So not too shabby. Good call. Steve says, that's great, Lova. That is one of the purposes of a trading journal. As it is a trading book, you write about yourself. Wow. Awesome. RKT. Rocket companies to the moon. Oh. Well. How about that, everybody? That's a monster. That's a monster. I don't think I'd be chasing it up here, but that is a monster moon. Wow. How ironic is that, right? The name of the stock's Rocket, and that's exactly what it does. Glenn says, like open for an entry today. Yeah, it was a V2 yesterday. It's a fractal today. Fractal being a high with two lower highs to the left, high with two lower highs to the right. So you do have that going for it in some sideways motion. Not bad. Steve says, hey, Jonathan, my ancestors are from Ireland. Oh, is that right, Steve? I didn't know that. All right, let's go through current positions. Currently, Gary, Kamal, and I have a position in AdVibe. We took the bullish engulfing bar with the V1, higher low V1. We bought it at 107.17. Moved sideways, had a nice big up day the next day. I did take some profits there. And we were down. I think I hit one profit target yesterday. Got close to one profit target here. Never got one, but it is down on the day, but it is still up on the trade. Amazon, Mamal, Carlos, Kamal, Johan, David, and myself did buy Amazon back on the 26th at 3102.18 with a close over the 200-day moving average. Yesterday it had a nice move up. Did hit one profit target, set my 3 profit targets for today, but none of them had hit. It is down 19 points, down 0.63% today, but it has not moved more than 1.5 ATRs for my entry, so I am not in trailing stop mode. So in this scenario, I'm still would get out with a close under the 200-day. But as long as it stays above there, I will be a holder, and it is still profitable. Eli Lilly, Kamal, Quad, and I did buy Eli Lilly back here at 202.48 with this nice false breakout to the downside and a V2. Has moved up nicely for us, up. Yesterday, I did get out of half of my position. I didn't like that it rejected the previous high and rejected the -1 ATR channel. So I sold half, did hit one profit target today, up at 209, much higher before it reversed. And this is why I like to get profit targets in this very example. We did get to my trailing stop level, and we might close under the previous day's low. So I may be locking in all the profits on Eli Lilly today. Netflix. Johnson and I did take Netflix yesterday with the 520 EMA cross. I bought it at 549.94. It's 552.92. It is up 0.41%. You can see I got very close to my profit target. I didn't quite get there, but the main thing is it is up today on a down day in the market, showing relative strength. So that is good. That looks like a keeper. The Qs. I did short the Qs up here at 330.74. I shorted this on the weekly a couple of Fridays ago, 330.74. Had a huge move down, which was good being short. I did hit 3 profit targets. I took 30% of the position off. So I have 70% of the position left. My plan with this, if it keeps going down, I will cover at lower profit targets if it goes down. It has moved more than 1.5 ATRs from my entry to the downside. So that means if it ever gets back to my entry point, at this point, I will just go ahead and go break even on the shares that I have remaining. But even if it does get up there, it still would be a profitable trade because, like I said, I have locked in already 30% of my profits to the downside. Is down today, is, obviously it's good for me with the short. SPY. Well, as everyone knows, I do buy the SPY at the close. I hold it overnight. I take the overnight risk. I sell it first thing the next morning at the open. Little gain here. Big gain yesterday. Huge gain from the close to the open, but a little gain here. I bought at 389.58 and I got out at 389.87. So not a big one. Nothing to write home about, but still a profit. WSM, Lilia and I are in WSM. We bought this nice pullback to value, sideways motion, bullish engulfing bar, V1, bought it here at 127.58, moved our way. This got scary here, but reversed back up. And ever since then, it's just been up, 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 up. Did hit 2 profit targets today, one at 137.61 at 137.78. This is a very bearish looking bar. It did reject the 70 RSI and a V1. It was nicely up. Now it is red. I believe I will be locking in profits on WSM today and just locking it in. All right. Day trades. All right. Had a day trade here on TLT, which are bonds. We rejected the 200. I decided to give it one more bar to see what happened. It again rejected the 200. I bought over the 200, 140.47. Next bar went up. Next bar went up again. I took half my profits at 140.67. Then some sideways motion. And then we had another big up thrust bar. I got out at 140.78. And then here we had a close below the previous day's low, so I got out of the whole trade. But so it was good. 140.47, out at 140.67, out at 140.73, and out at 140.78. All right, and then Apple. All right, first trade on Apple. We closed above the, we had a V2. Here's 1, 2, 3. Day 2 washes out 1, 3 closes above 1. I didn't chase it here. I waited for the next bar to see if I could get a little bit better price, which I did. It came back. I bought it intrabar at 125.76. Next bar went sideways, didn't do much. Then we had a nice, up bar here. I sold it at 126.12. Then we went above 50, below 50. I sold the other right about 112 as well. So at this point, I have a quarter position left. Then we have another big up bar. I get out at 126.19, and then we went above the 50 and below 50. I got out at 126.50. So that was a good trade. And then let me go back to here. Oh, yeah. This one was a losing trade. I bought this higher low V1, rejection of the 100-day moving average. I bought it at 126.24. First bar went up. Next bar, I got out here as soon as it closed below the 100-day moving average. So 1, 2, 3 profitable day trades, 1 little small losing trade. So not bad. Oh, look at this. Apple's here at the 200-day moving average right now. That's interesting location. All right, let's take a look at your trades. All right, Kamal bought CRSP intraday at 132. It's currently 129.85. So this one is a little down on the day, and it is also down on the trade. Checkpoint Software. Kamal bought Checkpoint at 111.50. Yesterday moved up nicely, big up, nice gap day, big reversal. Looks like Kamal is still slightly positive on the trade, but yeah, big reversal day, which is a bummer. DKNG, this one's up for Kamal. Kamal bought this at 61.60. It is currently 69.64. So big, huge day up. It's at the 70 RSI. Should be interesting to see whether or not it can handle the 70 RSI, or if it will reject it, or if it will close back above it. Boeing, Kamal bought Boeing here at 217.50. Initially went down, had a big move up, came back down. I know he sold half, rallied yesterday. Today it looks like it was up at one point, but now it's slightly down. But it looks like Kamal is still up on this trade. USO, Tracy and Paxton bought USO at 39.91. Really moved up, but it has come back down the last 3 days pretty strong. Looks like Tracy and Paxton are still in the money on the trade, but down a little bit on the day. NVAX, Frank had a beautiful, wonderful trade on NVAX at 135. It more than doubled. He sold 90% of his shares up here. He kept a 10% trailer, and good thing, because it's come down ever since then. So still nicely up on the trade, just a little bit down on the day. Facebook, let's see. Kamal is in at 264.30. And it's still holding the 200-day. It is down 1.42% today, so slightly underwater on the trade. NVTA, Kamal, Johan, Mamal bought NVTA at 40.10. It's currently 42.45. It is down 2.9%, but it is still up on the trade, which is good. KMX, Steve bought KMX yesterday using the 520 EMA crossover. He bought it at 121.84. It's currently 121.16, down just a little bit down on the day, just a little bit down on the trade. Airbnb, Steve bought Airbnb with the 520 crossover at 197.82. It's currently 188.77, so it is down 3.89% on the day. VRM, I think this is Steve, right? Yeah, this is Steve. I don't know where his name went. Let's see. Okay, so now I know he bought here right near the close. Sorry, Steve, if I have the price off a little bit. But it looks like earnings are coming up, so you'll probably be getting rid of it, I imagine. But he bought right around, I'll have to double check that later, right around 46.90. It's 48.88, up 3.3%. So that's a good one. Tesla, Quad bought Tesla at 698. It's currently 687. So down on the day and down on the trade. BYD, Paxton and Tracy bought BYD all the way back here at 47.38. Sold half up here at about 56. 62.11 today, down a penny. If it's going to be down anything, a penny is the good one. So really nice trade there, Tracy and Paxton. And lastly, WBA. I still have Gary in WBA after buying it at 49.16. On the false breakout to the downside with the V2, and now it looks like it's down. So looks like it's gotten a lot more red since we started the podcast. So let's take a look here. Tracy says hi, good to see you, Trace. Steve says GLD has under the 30 back over with 30 RSI so far with 3 days of support from triple tweezer candlestick bottom for 3 days. Oh, that looks good. Yes, I definitely have gold on there. Lilia is here. Hello, Lilia. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are having a really, really good day. I am going to get back to your email, by the way. I just was kind of dealing something with last night, but I'm going to put that together, and it should be fun. But very nice to see you. Hope you're having a nice day. Zach is here. Good to see you, Zach. Hello, Greg and the Gossets. Hello, Zach. Frank has a poem. Let's take a look here. Trade the way that's right for you. Who would buy the wrong size shoe? That's true. Respect your point of view. Follow your cues, and remember what happens if you bite off more than you can chew. Very good. Let me post this on here, and let's give it one more try. Trade the way that's right for you. Who would buy the wrong size shoe? Respect your point of view. Follow your cues, and remember what happens if you bite off more than you can chew. You know, that's very relevant, Frank. We should never bite off more than we can chew, right? If that just comes down to proper position sizing. And you're right. Who would buy the wrong kind of shoe? There are many, many, many different ways to trade, everyone. So many different ways to trade. You have to find one that works for you. That's the key. One that's sustainable just for you. Steve says, TrendSpider put earnings events on their charts now to make it easier to track. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Always nice to just have it there so you can see it. Gary is out of WBA. Okay. I kind of thought you would be, Gary. Okay, doke. Frank says, or Dan says, Frank, awesome sauce. It's true. Totally awesome sauce. Okay. Well, listen. It's a down day today, or the indexes are red. Let's talk a little bit about trader psychology. Maybe this will be relevant to today. This is from Anthony Crudell, at Anthony Crudell. He's over on Twitter. Really good channel, very famous trader and educator, trades futures, and I really like his posts. So if you want to subscribe to a really good channel on Twitter, here it is, Anthony Crudell. Let's see what Anthony has to say. My worst trading loss streak, my worst losing streak came after one out of character day. So he had a losing streak that came after he was out of character for one day. I didn't fully heal when I traded next, and it cost me 10 times what the initial mistake cost. So he had one bad day, he was out of character, he had a loss, he didn't heal from that loss, and because he didn't heal from the loss, when he started trading again, he lost 10 times what the original loss was, what the initial mistake cost. We all have bad days, but make sure you heal before you come back, because that's when bigger or even career-ending losses may come. And it's so true. If you throw a boulder into a lake, you're going to have lots of water in commotion from throwing the boulder into the lake. That, if you have a loss, just imagine all those bubbles and waves and rings and all that kind of stuff, commotion. Those are your emotions that get revved up, that get amplified. Like Mike Tyson says, they said, Mike, do you have a plan for the fight? Yes, I do. But the plan goes all out the window when you get punched in the face, right? So we all have plans, right? But if you metaphorically get punched in the face by the market, your emotions are off kilter, right? You're not in a good spot. You need to let the water calm down, go back to normal flat water as far as your emotions go before you go jumping into a new trade. The worst trades, I'm telling you, at least in my opinion, when you have a bad loss, you try to make it back and it just gets worse. So my worst losing streak came after one out of character days. We all have them, right? I didn't fully heal when I traded next, and it cost me 10 times what the initial mistake cost. We all have bad days, but make sure you heal before you come back, because that's when bigger or even career-ending losses may come. So just make sure you take a break after a big loss. Make sure your head's in the right spot before you jump back into the driver's seat. Thank you, Anthony. That was helpful for me to look at and think about, and I hope it was helpful for everyone else. Okay. So, before I get on to any other trades, let me take a look here just so I know what I'm doing, what my plan is. Ad vibe looks okay. I'm going to keep this one. Hopefully Amazon will close above the 200-day moving average. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to get out, but I would imagine it would, but still profitable. Eli Lilly, I am going to go ahead, just pull the plug on Eli Lilly, and just glad that I did sell half yesterday. But this is extremely bearish bar. It's a V1. Looks like we're working on a bullish engulfing bar. False breakout to the upside. All sorts of drama here. And I'm just going to go ahead, take this one off the board, lock in profits, and look for something better. Netflix, doing great. Up on a down day. Grateful for that. Q's, my short position in Q's doing well today, so I'm not going to be messing with that. SPY, just take the overnight SPY trade again. And WSM, I will be getting out of WSM today as well. I don't like this reversal bar here. We rejected the 70 RSI. I think I got the meat of that move, so I will just go ahead and take that off. So the Dow's down about 50 points. NASDAQ's down 159. But remember, we did have that big up day yesterday, and the S&P is down 15. All right, well, let's take a look at some potential trades today, everybody. GLD. Steve mentioned this yesterday, just a little while ago. You know, I had a call last night with Timothy, and we were talking about wolf waves. You've heard me talk about wolf waves before. This is something I learned back in the 90s. But a wolf wave has a certain pattern. It has a 0.1, it has a 0.2, it has a 0.3, it has a 0.4, and it has a 0.5. And the rule is that 0.2 has to be higher than 0.1, 0.3 has to be lower than 0.1, 0.4 has to be higher than 0.1, and 0.5 has to be lower than 0.1 and 0.3. So here's the theory. Somehow based on physics, I'm not really sure, but I have seen these things work a lot. So we have 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0.5 is your buy point. And the theory behind the wolf wave is that it should rally from here, and its destination will be just under this trend line. So I like the wolf wave. I've seen it work. There's no doubt about it. I have seen this work. But I was waiting for a trigger, and look, we do have a trigger. Under 30, over 30, that is the trigger. So I do kind of like gold here. It gives me a good risk to reward ratio. And on top of it, it has a perfect wolf wave. Is it going to work? I have no idea. But just the under 30, over 30 by itself and the 3 bars of holding, like Steve mentioned, is also a positive sign. So I do like gold here. Merck is interesting. Merck has a double bottom with a bullish divergence. Double bottom with a bullish divergence means the first move down, very deep MACD bars. We have to rally into some green MACD, which happens here. And then we have to make an equal to or lower low on very shallow negative MACD. So deep MACD, green, shallow MACD. You need a trigger. Triggers an under 30, over 30. That did happen today. I think I still like gold better. And the reason I do is because here's this big down bar, Lilia, if you're out there. Big down bar, if it rallies, where's it going to rally up to? Probably about halfway. That's exactly, almost, not exactly, but pretty close to halfway of this bar. Then it got rejected. It also rejected the 5 EMA. So it is a double bottom. It is a under 30, over 30, but this big bar over here concerns me. I do like gold better still. KL, Kirkland Gold. All right. Well, a lot of things going on here. We have an under 30, over 30. We have an under the negative third channel, over the negative third channel. We have a V2. Here's bar 1, 2, 3. Bar 2 washes out bar 1. Bar 3 closes above bar 1's close. And it closed above the 5-day EMA, at least right now. So that's a high confluence of indicators lining up there. Let's go over to the weekly and see what the weekly looks like. Weekly looks like it went under 30, over 30. So this one looks pretty good. I think gold has a better risk to reward ratio because it's at 32.90. So 32.90 down to 30 compared to KL, which is 35.75 down to 30, excuse me. So the risk to reward ratio is a little bit better on GLD. I certainly would not buy both of them, right? They're both gold related, so they're both likely to go up or down on the same day. So I don't want to get in there and get too much correlation, right? I hope that makes sense. ARE, I've been watching this. It hasn't done much all day, but this is a V1. Let's see, did we go under 30, over 30? Yeah, yesterday it looks like it bounced right at the 30. So it has a V1 rejection of the negative third ATR channel and a intraday rejection of the 250-day. It's okay. Let's look over at the weekly. Weekly is holding, looks like right there at the 50-day moving average. It is up today on a down day, so that is positive. I still think I like gold better. Or GLD or KL the best, under 30, over 30. This one has more indicators than GLD, but the risk to reward ratio is not quite as good. But, you know, those are probably going to go together. MCK, McCormick and Company. I don't really see anything here, to be honest with you, other than possibly a close above the 5 EMA, but that's really not enough for me. ARLO, rejection of the 50 above here. I don't like that. If I was in that for any reason, I would be getting out of at least half with the rejection of that 50. W, well, here's a good example, Lilia. Big up bar. Where should it have support? About halfway. Look where it bounced. All right, big up bar, pulled back to the 50 and bounced right there. Just wanted to show that to Lilia. This, you know, this is not anything I would be interested in at these levels. Tilray, I don't really see anything here on Tilray whatsoever. HRC, Hillenbrand. No, I don't see anything there. QDEL. It's holding that 30 barely, but deep MACD bars. I still like the other stuff we were looking at better. Slack Technologies. I don't really see anything here. and ALGN. So sideways motion, I like that. My favorite so far would be gold, GLD, with the wolf wave and the under 30 over 30 and 3 days of holding. Second would be KL with the under 30 over 30 V2 under the negative third channel, over the negative third channel, possible close above the 5 EMA. The risk to reward ratio is not quite as good as gold, but that is a lot of confluence of signals there. And then on the weekly, has a V1 and bounce near the negative third ATR channel. This is a tough one. Merck's a tough one. Double bottom, bullish divergence, under 30, over 30. I just don't like that we got stuck right at the halfway of that bar. So just based upon that alone, I'm going to let that one alone. And Alexandria Real Estate, it's okay. It's pretty decent. It's actually pretty decent. Under 30, over 30, V1, rejection of the 200-day moving or 250-day moving average. So, hey, give me 1 second. I have to handle something real quick. Give me about 30 seconds and I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Anybody have any thoughts on today? Anything they're doing? Just real quick. Ooh, Amazon's really down now, isn't it? Yeah, it's still holding the 200, so I will keep it. Ad Vibe, I am going to keep. Lilly, I am definitely getting out of Lilly today and locking in profits. Netflix trying to hold on to a gain for today, so I'm definitely grateful for that. That's for sure. You know, TLT is also interesting. We went way under 30, way over 30. I didn't want to chase it up here, but if we could get a higher low rejection of the 30 RSI, I would definitely be a buyer of that. We're at 33.52, so it's not quite there yet, but you know, it's good to look in the future at these charts, and it's good for your chart reading to look and go, okay, under 30, over 30, but it was chasey. If I could get another under 30, over 30 that's higher than the first one, that would be good. It's having issues with this negative third ATR channel above it. There was so much volume on that washout day and the big move up day. And now we've come down on lower volume. This to me just looks like people are taking a little profits. People that were fortunate enough to have bought down here when they had a big windfall, you know, they probably went ahead and sold, and that's causing a little selling pressure. So in the future, I'll definitely be looking at TLT for an entry. Frank says, Gary, RKT was my morning pick. Well, nice pick, Frank. Really nice pick. Frank has had some really good picks, I have noticed, on a regular basis. All right, so again, Lilly for me is done. It is done. Let me cancel these limit orders here. I'm pretty sure those are not going to be hit. Cancel those. Cancel those. All right, so I'm going to go ahead right this second just so I can concentrate at the end on the new positions. I am going to get out of Lily right here. Lock in profits. Okay, so Lily is done. Apple's lost the 50 RSI. Was it at the 50 RSI earlier today? Let's see. Maybe. No, not yet. Not quite. Not quite. And I am going to get out of Williams Sonoma as well. Really glad that I hit those two profit targets. This has been a really nice trade, but this just looks bad to me. You know, rejection of the 70 RSI and a V1 to the downside. So it could go higher. I don't know, but I'm just looking for a better risk to reward ratio. So I'm going to get out of WSM. And get out of WSM. Okay. So now it's just on to focusing about what to do today. Gold, under 30, over 30. What did Steve call that? 3-card Monty or something? Let's see. A triple tweezer candlestick bottom. So 3 days of holding support, right? Or in other words, sideways motion. I like it. I like it a lot. Or KL. KL's a gold company though, but in my, I certainly would not buy both because they're too highly correlated. ARE's okay. 200's right above there. Merck's a tough one for me because this does have a beautiful double bottom with the bullish divergence. It's just that we thoroughly rejected that halfway mark there. So if we look at the weekly, yeah. So it looks like gold for me. New trader. Oh, Steve says, I'm long 2 times gold with UGL. Okay, so Steve is expressing the GLD trade in UGL because of the 2 times leveraged. And he's in at 55.83. Thank you, Steve. I will get that posted. TOL, Toll Brothers. Huh. That's an interesting one. So let's see. We came into the value zone. We came back up. We made a lower high. We did wash out the lows. And it's a higher low V1. I believe it rejected the 50 RSI earlier today. Yes, it did. That's pretty good. Who was that? Oh, that's Johan. Yeah. That's good. That gives a good risk to reward ratio. Let's look over on the weekly. Weekly, Lilia, if we were on a call right now, I'd say break this down for me, but I think you know what I'm going to say. It did bounce at the 5 EMA, so that is good, right? I mean, we can look at that as a positive. Yeah, that's not too shabby at all. Lily says, got out of WSM earlier today after hitting the second profit. Just ran out of shares. It actually worked out well given the subsequent drop. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Lil. Remember? Sometimes that really works in your favor. Sometimes that works in your favor. So good. I'm glad that worked well for you. Gary said, new trader, did you roll into new SPY puts? 1030 still in play. So that's a question for Steve. right. Well, the NASDAQ's down 207 points. Wow. I'm glad I kept on to those short cues. That's all I can say. And I may even have to look at Amazon. We may close below the 200. That would be a shame. That would mean I would have to be getting out. All right. So gold looks like the best trade for me, with the wolf wave, 3-day sidewards, and the under 30 over 30. We'll see. We shall see. Quad says, Greg, thoughts on JCS? Well, good job anybody being in JCS. I wouldn't buy it here. This is a very bearish bar. It's up a lot, but it's a very bearish bar, right? I mean, it opened way up here, went up here, got sold into, kept selling all the way back down. If I was in this trade 1,000,000% I would get out. Doesn't mean it can't go back up, but you know me, if I was willing to buy this, I would wait for it now to come back into the value zone. But yeah, this got sold into heavily. Steve says, no, I still have my dead put options worth pennies now. They expire on Friday. Okay. So we'll be buying SPY at the close, as always. I may have to look at Amazon, may have to be out of this. It's barely holding that 200-day moving average by 4 points. Oy vey. And Netflix went negative also. That's not a goodie. Come on, Amazon, hold in there, would you please? $30.84.72. It's $30.88.24. So very close to having to get out of this. All right. So Lilia is out there. So we can make some room there. Amazon looks like it's holding, but who knows here at the end of the day what's going to happen. Quad says, I know it's Chasey. They merged with the solar company, hence the huge growth. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's beyond Chasey. Johnson says Netflix is down now. Yeah, I saw that, unfortunately. But the price is still above the 5 and the 20. The 5 is still above the 20. I will hold this one still. Amazon's going to be close, really close. So I'm going to have to get that one ready. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and buy gold right now. Just so I can monitor Amazon better. So Q's making a low on the day. $30.84.75 is my line on the sand on Amazon. Apple making a low on the day. Gold looks okay. Come on, Amazon, hang in there now. Looks like bonds might go positive on the day. Yes, they did there for a second. One minute to go. I think Amazon's going to hold. It bounced right at that 200. I think Amazon's going to be all right. Woo, that was intense. All right, well, let's take a, oh, there's my spies. All right, so I bought SPY at 386.54. I bought GLD at 162.49. So the new overnight SPY trade is going to be here at 386.54. and GLD at 162.49 with the under over 30. All right. So listen, if any of my students have any new entries today or exits today, go ahead, put them in the chat. I will get them all taken care of. Before I do that, just want to remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I think I teach a really good course. I really like to teach. I think I do a good job of it. And in the course, it's 15 hours, 5 sessions. Each session is 3 hours. I teach you everything, all the setups that I use on a daily basis, and you see me here, right? And there's no subjectivity to it. I teach you step by step, exactly step by step, how to position size, how to place your emergency stops, where your profit targets are, where your entries are, all this kind of stuff. And I do that for all of the trading strategies that I use. So if you are interested, I know you'll like the course. I know you'll be a better trader when you are finished. And so if you're interested, reach out to me. My email is in the description of this video. You can also send me a message on Twitter and just say, Greg, I'm interested in your one-on-one course, and I'll write you back and say, great, thanks for saying hi. Let's set up a Skype call. Skype call's free. I just want to get to know you a little bit better, learn more about your trading and your goals. Then it's a really good time for you to ask me questions about the course in general, right? And then after the call, you can think about it. And if you decide it's something you want to do, just email me back. We'll get it scheduled. Secondly, if you're not in the financial position to take the one-on-one course with me, I do have an alternative. I have a really good course up on Udemy. It's called the Deep Dip Buy Stock Trading Strategy. Just one of 5 strategies that I use, but the course is 9.5 hours. The videos are 9.5 hours. It's step by step, and I think the average price on that on Udemy, if it's on sale, is like $13 to $15. So it's really be the best $15 you ever spent. And I do have the link to that course in the description of the video as well. And then lastly, if you like today's podcast, I really would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It helps to build the channel, helps to keep the channel around, lets YouTube know there's some valuable content. So, okay, that's all the business stuff I have to talk about. Let's go back up. I know Steve. Okay, so Steve bought UGL, which is double leverage SPY. Steve bought this here at $55.83. Okay, Lilia is out of WSM. Gary is in UGL also, which is the double leverage gold. So let's put Gary on there. Okay, so you guys are, I think you're out of your puts, right, essentially. So I'm going to put up the new puts. Let's see, so SPY. Okay, so Steve's out of A, B, and B. Okay. Take that off for Steve. Good trade, Steve. Mamal is in gold. Kamal is out of Lily. And out of Facebook. Yeah, closed under. So it's been battling with that 200. It's lost the respect of the 200-day moving average at this point. Johnson is in GLD. Ugh, come on, Greg. That was okay. Gary. No. Mama is in gold. And also Johnson is in gold. Okay, and Kamal's out of Facebook and Lily, right? Do we have anyone else in? We still have Quad and Lily, possibly. Jonathan says, need to do some homework and get up to speed. So going to start the deep dip buy course as I generally buy and hold long term. It's fantastic. It's, that's really what that deep dip buy course is about, Jonathan. You can use it to trade. You can also just use it for longer term trading or investing as well. So that's a perfect course for you. And if you do get the course, and by the way, if it's not on sale, wait for it to be on sale. Sometimes it's listed for $99. Other times, most of the time, it's like $13, $14. I just wouldn't feel right if I said buy it at $99. Just most of the time you get it $13, $15. So just wait, okay? Just wait till it gets there. But Jonathan, if you do get it, you just let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help you. Johnson said, looks like S&P 500 is struggling to get past 3,900 resistance. Yeah, you're 100% right. See the little trend line right here? Needs to get above there. But yeah, you're 100% right, Johnson. Thank you for that input. Gary says, I have to run to the dentist. Ugh. Have a great day, and thanks for everything you do, Greg. You are welcome, Gary. Appreciate that, bud. Kamal says, that course is worth more than $99. Of course it is. It took me 4 months to put together. It is definitely worth more than $99. But sometimes in life you get deals, and at $13, $14, it is a dealio. I promise you that. So let's see what's happening after hours here. Apple down a penny. AdVibe up 10 cents. Amazon unchanged. Gold up 3 cents. Good. Netflix unchanged. SPY up 22 cents. All right. Interesting day. Interesting day all around. Paxton is out of USO. All right, Packy. Where did our USO go? Oh, here it is. Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, you're out above where you bought it. That's what's important. And that's a sign of trading maturity when you've had a big run up, but it's come back down against you and you said that's enough. I'd rather have a break-even trade than a losing trade. I like that a lot. I think that's great. Lova says, I like that concepts are being taught in the Udemy course. Lesson 8 added to my understanding of how and why to look for a confluence of buyers. Yes, I know that chapter very well. I mean, I tell all my one-on-one students this, but, my entire approach to trading literally has to do with confluences or combination of indicators lining up. That's really all it comes down to. The more indicators and combinations of things lining up, to me, just means there's different groups of buyers coming from different areas at the same time, and you'll always increase the chance of having a profitable trade if you're in the company with as many other buyers as possible. And the way I try to achieve that is looking for a confluence or combination of indicators on multiple time frames. Kamal says, thank you, Greg. Happy hiking. Have a good day, everyone. You too, Kamal. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so if we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction, by Martin Kornfeld. Let's go out, try to do something nice for somebody today. Just a smile, wave, give them a hand, be pleasant. If you come across an animal, let's do the same thing. Just say some kind words to it, give it a little pat on the head, give it a little treat, take it on a walk. If we could all just do one nice thing for another human being and one nice thing for another animal every day, the world literally would be a better place, just like Martin Kornfeld says here. So I always like to leave off with that. I think it's just a good reminder, and hopefully it makes the difference somehow. All right. So, interesting day. Interesting day for sure. More red than green. It's almost all red, actually. But that's how it goes, right? That's trading. It's not always up. You have to get used to the good times and the bad times, and how you control and behave yourself when things are going bad is a big thing. That's going to determine if you're going to be profitable in the long run. In my experience, that's what I have found out. Paxton says, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Thank you, Johan. Thank you, Lova. All right. Anybody has any other questions? This is the last chance. I would really appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button before you get on out of here. That would really help me a lot. And I'm happy to help you if you have any questions or you want me to take a look at anything. All right. Well, I think that's it. Thank you for coming, everybody. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Hope you're good. Hope you're safe. Study some charts tonight. Work on some concepts. I have free lessons on my YouTube channel in the lessons playlist as well. Those would be worth a look. I think worth your time as well. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow during the last hour of the market, and we'll see what this crazy market brings us tomorrow. So thanks again for coming, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and Forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.